I'm Jensen Casey, owner of Baby O and I Sleep Consulting, and I am so excited to be here talking to you about how starting solids affects sleep. So there is a big myth out there that once your baby starts solids, it will mean that they will be fuller and able to then sleep through the night. While starting solids is a really big and exciting time in your baby's life and your life, it doesn't always mean that just because they're eating more food during the day, they're automatically going to sleep more at night. Now, if your child wasn't getting enough food during the day, enough ounces during the day, and then they started to eat solids, then potentially that could be a reason that maybe they do start to sleep through the night. But most often, the reason that children aren't sleeping through the night is because they could have some either lingering problems or they're really not solid in their self-soothing skills. So being extra full isn't going to mean that they now have learned these self-soothing skills. So just know one of the biggest things out there that parents are told is that once their child starts solids, that it's going to be this magical time and that all of a sudden their baby that may not have been sleeping well is now able to sleep well. So I just wanted to give some tips around when you're starting solids and how to help that increase your chances of getting your child to sleep well overnight. So my oldest son, Owen, he was not a solid sleeper. This was before I was a sleep consultant. And I couldn't wait for the day that we started solids because I thought, oh, the day he starts solids is going to be the magical day that he starts to sleep well. So the first food that he had, I believe we did baby-led weaning, and I believe it was a banana. So we did some Mum crackers and like a fourth of a banana that he picked up and he loved. He was so, and like the first time he saw food, it was like his whole world was opening up. And then coincidentally that night, was one of the first times that he slept through the night. So I was like, it works. I can't believe it. And then from there, the days to follow, he did not sleep through the night. So I definitely, as a new first-time mom, fell into that, and especially when he did sleep through that first time. But then I dug a lot deeper and realized it was really his self-soothing that was suffering and not because he was hungry. So just some quick tips for when you are starting solids and how it's going to affect sleep. Make sure that if you are starting a new food, that you're doing it in the morning, in the early afternoon, really not close to late afternoon or bedtime. And the reason for that is if they're going to have any sort of reaction or that food isn't going to agree with them, you don't want to have that happen before they're going down for a nice long sleep. So making sure that you're introducing any new foods for either an allergy purpose or maybe it just doesn't agree with them for whatever reason, you don't want all that upset and that reaction to happen right before they're going to go to bed and you're going to go to bed soon after. So definitely starting to introduce new foods earlier in the day so it has less impact in their sleep. We would rather impact their naps and the nap day be a little bit challenging if they're not feeling so great than to have it kind of derail your entire night. The next thing is just making sure like when those solids are coming, because until 1 year, you still want their primary source of food to be either breast milk or formula. So you don't want to be introducing the solids at a point where they're not able to get the ounces that they need, because that's actually going to have a negative effect on their nights, and they are still going to be hungry and waking up more often looking for those missed ounces. So make sure that breast milk or formula is still the primary food that they're getting, their primary source of nutrition, and then you're supplementing with those solids throughout the day. If you are finding that you have introduced solids, there's no allergies, no anything that you've seen so far to make you worried, and your child's sleep still has not improved, again, the reason for that is because they have not learned the self-soothing skills that they need to be able to get themselves down to sleep. So I am opening a group coaching program starting in May for children 4 to 6 months old. This is really that time that solids are starting to be introduced. You can get really solid, no pun intended, on a bedtime routine so that you can develop a lot of those self-soothing strategies, begin some very gentle sleep training, and be able to get your child ready. So if and when they are ready to wean those night feeds overnight, they are able to do that. It's definitely not a program that we're going to be pushing night feeds, but once your child has these solid sleep skills and they could be eating an increased amount during the day that often leads to them being able to sleep really well at night on their own. So if you would like any more information about this group coaching program that starts in May for 4 to 6 month old children, I would love to chat with you about it. We can schedule a call. I can hear a little bit more about what's going on and explain how the 6-week program works. So pop any questions below in the comments, and I can't wait to chat with you.